Hi, everyone. Welcome to our regular Tuesday session where we talk about all things trekking in Nepal. I'm joined by my colleague Dinesh Karki today, and we have Katie on with us as well. Katie will be trekking with us towards the end of the year, but has joined us just in case she has any questions that she wants to raise. And today what we're going to talk about is that Nature Explore Trek just recently moved office and they're now located in Thamel in Kathmandu. And Dinesh is going to just, we might show a couple of pictures, and Dinesh will talk a little bit about what actually goes on behind the scenes. Like when you want to engage a guide or a trekking company, what do they actually do behind the scenes for you so that when you turn up in Nepal, everything runs smoothly for you? But before we dive into that today, I'll just take a few moments. My name is Michelle Hill. I'm a business and travel coach. And my passion for Nepal started back in 2015 when I first trekked Everest Base Camp and realized that I got myself almost in too deep. And it was probably more of a mental challenge as well as, obviously a physical challenge for me, but the exhilaration on achieving, getting to base camp and the kickstart that really gave to my journey of personal development and change was amazing. I returned 2 years later and trekked Annapurna Base Camp. And sadly, I haven't managed to get back to Nepal since then. But at the end of this year, at the end of October, I will be in Nepal for around about 4 weeks or so. So very excited about that and looking forward to seeing some new places and also renewing some friendships. And as I said, my colleague Dinesh Karki is with us today, and I'm going to hand over so he can quickly introduce himself, and then we'll dive into today's topic.
Okay, good morning. Thank you, Michelle. So I'm Dinesh Karki from Nepal, and I was born and brought in Nepal, in eastern part of Nepal. And since my early age, I started and involved in this tourism sector in Nepal. In my early age, I started as a porter and helping the people in the mountains to carrying their bag all over the Nepal, almost, I would say, like almost 7, 8 years as porter, and then becoming like as working in different post of this job, like assistant guide, cooking and helping a lot of things. Then finally I became a full guide and been guiding like almost another 10, 12 years with one of the toppest level companies in Kathmandu. So in during that my journey, I have been guiding all over the Nepal, of course, Everest, Annapurna, Langtang, and also the Tibet, India, Bhutan, like our neighbors countries, because where we operate the group or take the people as connected three countries trip. And me and my other colleague, my friend, we established our company Nature Explores since 2015. Now we are already 9 years running. During in this our journey, we have been meet like more than couple of hundreds peoples, and we've been like doing so many, organizing so many trips, and it's been like already for me like 20 years involving in this job. And in this journey, I have been also got chance to visit another countries, not in Asia, of course, but also in Europe. And I also been trekking in few places in Europe, in Switzerland and Italy, like some places, couple of times. Yeah, so in this our journey, we're very happy to serve the people and giving the different service in market. With our long experience and our like involved in this sector, we want to give the different service and different plan as we what we learned from the field. That's our aim, so that's why we started and we're working, keep continuing with positive vibes. And yeah, in this journey we meet like 200 peoples, and not everyone, 99% people like us and give really nice feedbacks in TripAdvisor and Facebook or Googling, like any that give us extra energy to work more, and we're looking forward to explore more and more. And as our events today, we're Nature Explorer established 9 years ago, if we even count the years. So we established first time in Thamel, and we stay here for a long time. And when the COVID started, then there is like almost a night mirror, no plan, no future, and not only Nature Explorer. I think more than 60 companies, like not only trekking companies, all the local shops and everyone, they move from Thamel because of the high rent. It is the
Yes.
commercial place. Everyone knows that. And even for a small place, it is like calculating very high cost. And we are also here at that time, almost from 15 to 19. We're already 5 years in this area. Then it was a very nice place for us, but we could not keep it because of the no business. Everyone knows that. And we decided to move in our place where I actually at my home where I live now, and we stayed there like from 19 to 23rd, like just 1 week ago until 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. And then again, we are feeling that, and we are energy, we have like vibes and vision that tourism is come back, like with after the
Yes.
post COVID. And then after we decided and we plan to come back to the market because, this is the online market timing, no need to stay in the road. But what we understand is like when you are in the market and you have chance to meet with your all clients, we can if someone wants to come to our see the office, we can take them to our office. We can just show our gears or like tell within map. That
Yes.
makes different feelings. That our team decided that's reason we're moved here. That's I
Yeah.
want to tell now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I can appreciate that because both times that I've been in Kathmandu, I've stayed in Thamel, and yeah, it's where probably what 90% of all of the tourists and the trekkers stay. So it's logical for you guys to be there.
yeah,
And I can completely understand that during COVID, like you would have had no tourists. So the fact that you were able to survive and continue on your business is quite a testament to your abilities. So it must be very exciting to be
yeah.
back in the thick of everything again. Um, Now, did you want to like just turn your computer around, or do you want me to just show a couple of photos that you sent me? What
Yeah,
would,
I think let's do the photos. Yeah, maybe
all
the
right, let me just get the photos organized. I do have them here. So let's just share screen and let's see how technologically capable I am today. Alrighty. So that is the main door. You're upstairs, are you?
yeah, first floor. Yeah,
Okay. And then we have inside of the office. So you're sitting in there at the moment.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah. And then for those walking around Tamil, that's
yeah,
what you will see on the outside.
yeah,
Now,
yeah,
when we post the video, I will I'll get you to give me, I don't even know if I've got the exact address yet,
yeah,
but I will post the address with the replay of the video. So if anybody is in Tamil, like please feel free to pop in. And even if you're not booked with Dinesh, or you are not intending to use a guide, but you need some help or you have some questions, please
yeah,
feel free to come in, because we are never going to say we won't help you or you're not a client. We will help you because like you are there in Nepal and you need help. So
yes,
I hope everybody feels comfortable enough to do that. So perhaps, as I said, um, this is just kind of a quick kind of behind the scenes. So when somebody makes an inquiry with you, or you answer a question on social media and somebody reaches out to you, um, what happens then? Do you normally just message people, or do you have a meeting? And what sort of information do you normally need from a person so that you can work out if you're the right fit for them, and you can create the right itinerary for them?
Yeah. When we have like first message from anyone who are planning for travel Nepal, or someone already in Nepal, so we have of course going on conversations about price, about itinerary, about timeline, everything. When we sort out and when uh, he or she ensure the trip with us, then we give more information like our logical information, like all the terms and conditions, payment systems, and there are like more original itineraries, and like more information. And after when we sort out everything, and if they are not still in Nepal, so of course we're waiting their arriving date. And if someone already here and planning the trip very soon, then we call the meeting, like just day before they are.
Yeah.
For example, if someone going tomorrow, we are meeting day after, early, one day early, in the with the guides, like who are going with her or him or with the group. So we have a meeting like in the group. If they are big group, we hire the hall in the like big hall, or if
Yeah.
we have like big session of meeting and distribute the equipment or showing in the map and where we go, what we gonna see, and like short brief. And
Yeah.
then of course they introduce with guide. And
Mhm.
if someone just like for individual travelers or like solo trip, then we have some just small table we can hire, and with tea or coffee, and some with light drinks. So we have like a meeting. It's going on meeting. Then after, then after following programs, we will decide it, and then we will talk. Yeah.
Yeah. So Katrina's just popped a message in the chat. And I'll just read it out. She said, "What is the earliest and the latest you need to book a flight to Lukla and return?" So this is for Everest Base Camp trekking. So when do you need to have this like organized? Would you recommend like a
Yeah.
week before, or 2 weeks, or a month, or?
No.
Okay.
It works like that because of it is not international flight and anything. They are all commercial domestic flights. They are
Yeah.
now in the spring season. When they complete the whole spring season flights, like let's say until the end of the May, and in June they don't open the booking because they have like reserved and managing timing and consulting, and then maybe calculation of pre-season, and
Yeah.
then they reopen the season for autumn, right? So and then I think they start to taking booking from July, right? And then July, then after we put our booking, because if I book now, it's very early, so they can take the booking, but they might forget. So the right
Yeah.
time is for let's take an example of Katie. So
Yeah.
she's flying on the end of the November to Lukla, as a end of trip. So I'm gonna give her like a booking in mid July or August, because of no need to do from now, because the flight is not started yet. You know.
Yeah.
So how it works, like they take a booking from at least for autumn from July, August, September,
Yeah.
and for spring they take a booking on January and February, right?
Okay.
And of course,
So
in the emergency they take everyday booking.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, and because Katie, you're flying late in November. Will the flights be going from Kathmandu Airport, Dinesh?
Yes, as I discussed, I'm planning to buy her ticket from direct.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a plan. Katie decided to go late November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you will organize the booking for her
Yes.
as part of her trip. Awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, you mentioned having a meeting before everyone heads off on the trek, so that you can check everyone's equipment, and give an overview. Oh, beg your pardon. Uh, I'd edit that one out. So, and also give an overview of the trip. So if somebody turns up and that you feel that they don't have the right equipment or they're missing something that really they should have, what do you do then?
Like for let's talk about of course they don't forget any of documents what they need for trek.
Yeah,
Only we need documents is passport copy and couple of passport size of photos for
yeah,
putting in the permit, and we also provide the certificate from this season. The certificate it is like that for let's say for Katie successfully complete the average base camp trek, and then that we just put the date and her picture
yeah,
in the certificate and sign with company director and then sign with the guide who take
yeah,
her him in the destination. And then the equipment, if something left or forgot, which are not in the bag, and then we decided and we suggest to buy here, and they have enough time to look around in the market and they can
yeah,
pick anything what they need for the trip.
yeah. And you could take them through the market if they're not sure what to get. Okay.
Yes, we do.
All right. Katie's
Especially the
just said,
guide,
yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
especially the guide who are going on the trip
Yeah,
with the group. So you will
yeah,
show up around and you will whatever need and you will help.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's important for you to make sure that everybody who's trekking with you has the right equipment because, like, if you don't, you can get halfway through the trail and then discover that they're missing, say maybe some first aid equipment or maybe some gaiters or things like that. Katie's just said, "Do I need to bring photos?"
Photos.
Yes.
Yeah. It would be nice if you could, like just passport size of photo that as I have already explained,
How many do we need for the
just
permit?
two, one or two. Yeah.
Two. All
Yeah.
right. So yeah,
You can also take from here, or I can also make from from previous picture or from taking
right.
picture, also
Okay. So
possible.
if
But if you have already and if it is not like hesitate for you, then it would be
yeah,
nice. Yeah.
yeah.
But
So
not
if
compulsory. Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So if you do have some spare passport photos, make sure you bring a couple. Or if you can get a couple at home before you come, it makes it a bit easier. If you turn up and you don't have any photos, Dinesh can organize this for you, but then everything takes time. So the more that you can bring and the more organized everyone can be when they come for their trek, it just makes it easier for the whole group. Now you mentioned about booking flights. Also, as part of the service, you you will pick people up from the airport. You'll organize their accommodation in Kathmandu if they want. You organize the accommodation on the trek, and then back in Kathmandu. So there needs to be like accommodation and jeeps and flights and all sorts of things booked. So you manage all of this behind the scenes.
Yes, it is our in the package. So whatever we have agreed and deal, so we do everything. And also whatever we don't have agreed, we also help all the time. As you saw mentioned, like that's why we are here. So yeah, we pick up from airport and as a flight details, we need flight details. Accordingly, we will be waiting at airport and
Yeah,
then pick up he or she or group from the airport and transport to the hotel. And then yeah, as a plan we do like and also for the next day like when they go for trekking in the morning departure and take care like as much as possible we do our best from our side and then we take care of the trekking.
well, here's a curly one for you because the flights I'm looking at, because we're flying from Barcelona, we'll probably be getting in at 1 a.m. in the morning. So
That's nice.
that's gonna be a test.
Yeah. No, that's fine, absolutely fine, no problem. Yeah.
Um, and then, as you said, you also have a certificate for people to show that they've completed a particular trek. That's a
Yeah,
nice souvenir for people as well.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the only other thing is like at the end of the trek, then there is also a farewell dinner back in Kathmandu.
Yes, we do organize farewell dinner, and we take the group to the Nepali typical restaurants where we can eat a Nepali traditional meal, and then we can also see the some cultural dance, like different group people show the different culture, but same people, but they're
Yeah.
showing the different dress, and then we have like quite little fun at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Katie's just put a message and said, I'm arriving at 10 p.m.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. No matter about timing, it's your flight
Yeah,
time. So
yeah.
we don't say like
What's
night is not possible. Yeah.
what date are you arriving, Katie? Because you might be able to come to our farewell dinner at the start of your trek.
Well, I'm arriving on the 27th
Oh, I
on
think
on
that might work.
on Singapore Airlines, so that arrives at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Okay. So, um, yeah, because I think the flight I'm looking at when we leave, we'll be leaving at 11:15 at night or something on Singapore Airlines. So, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, Dinesh. This is really going to test you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no problem. No problem. Because, even
But
last night I have a late arriving. One of clients who came last night, I see arrive 11:25 last night.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, well, we won't leave anybody stranded, particularly, I know from many years of traveling, it can be a little bit daunting when you turn up at an unfamiliar airport very late at night, and you then need to get from the airport to your hotel. So if you know that there's going to be somebody there
Yeah.
waving a little sign around with your name on, though you won't need to do that for me because
Yeah.
you'll recognize me. But yeah, Katie, that sounds, we might be able to, if you're arriving the 27th, I think we're having our farewell dinner the 28th or the 29th. I can't remember exactly. So you might be getting a farewell dinner at the beginning and the end of your trek. So and also the question Katie's asked is, what time is the Lukla flight?
Normally, the flight starts from 6 o'clock in the morning, but we don't know your flight what time it will be. But I'm sure your flight will be in the morning, like 6 to 7 in between. So when we buy the tickets and exact time, I will let you know. But
Yeah.
but it is true that you will fly before 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
In the morning. Yeah.
And that's because you want to get the early flight so you can get there. And then because there's 2 or 3 hours of trekking in the afternoon, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely the flight will be in the morning. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions, Katie, that you wanted to ask Dinesh today?
I can't think of, I guess when you're talking about things, they come to mind, but, just sort of off the top of my head right now, I have already asked a lot of questions
That's fine.
along the way, I guess,
That's right. You don't have to have a question if you don't have anything else. That's perfect.
no, I guess what I'm hearing though at the time I'm going, the days can be quite nice. So do you really need to have a down jacket during the day?
No. So when you're walking during the day, you don't need down jacket because of they are already very warm jackets. So you cannot even walk with down jackets. So
Mm.
instead of a down jacket, your big down jacket will go in the big backpack, which will carry by the porter. So
Okay.
I would like to suggest to have another like a light jacket, with like a
Mm,
woolly jacket. So
mm,
light woolly jackets when you're walking on the trail, you can wear if needed and if you feel cold. And then if you feel like warm, then you can take off in your small day pack, just put an hangman side or anything.
mm.
So how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess like for someone with like me who likes taking photos, I'll be bringing a big camera, my phone, some charging banks and things like that. But I understand that, the rooms in the tea houses won't necessarily have an outlet. Are they always in the common area, which would make trying to charge your equipment very competitive?
Mhm. Yeah, you can normally you can get in your room. If you don't get in the size exact size of feet of your room, then you can also charge in the dining hall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem.
But
Yeah,
usually they're pretty fair in
yeah.
terms of making sure that everybody who needs to get like I've been in a situation where, you know, there's been only one or two power outlets in the tea house, but what one of the lovely, lovely people in the tea house did was during the night, as one thing with like as one phone was charged, they were unplugging it and plugging the next
Ah,
in.
ah.
So they're very mindful of helping people out like that and not just saying, oh, so sad, too bad. Because
Mm,
if your camera and your phone are not charged and you can't record all of the images that you want to, it's
mm,
going to
mm,
impact on your whole trip and your enjoyment. So
mm,
your you know whoever is running the tea house, like they want you to have a good time as well. They want you to have the best time. So they will go out of their way to make sure that everyone has the possibility.
mm,
And I'm talking because when I, as I said, I was 2015, 2017. And bear in mind, in 2015, it was only 6 months after the earthquake. So some of
mm,
the places that I went, like they were still waiting to repair things and
mm,
to put towers up and to have connections. So I'm sure that over the years, you know, things have been repaired and there is more access. And yeah, as Dinesh said, that there was quite a few times when we had a power outlet in the room. And of course, the other thing too is to make sure that for any batteries or phones or all that, that when it's cold at night, to keep them in the sleeping bag with you and keep them as warm as possible, because when it's really cold, the batteries drain really quickly.
So how do you manage that if they're charging overnight?
Well, you can't, but if
Mm,
they are already, you know, if they are already charged,
mm,
then what you need to do is make sure
mm,
that you try and keep them as warm as possible.
mm,
And when you're walking, um, you know, try and keep them in pockets or keep them covered so that they don't get too cold at the start of the
mm,
day or the end of the day. Usually, you know, once you've been walking for an hour or 2 hours, it's quite warm.
mm,
And particularly like if it's a sunny day, yeah, you won't, you know, you a couple of times I did actually start off with my puffer jacket on,
mm.
which is contrary to what Dinesh has suggested, but I was so cold. But mind you, it didn't last very long because as soon as you start moving, you start warming up.
Mm.
And I had other layers on underneath. So yeah, and
And can you?
one of my friends that I trekked with last year, you know, we were discussing this dilemma of whether to put the big coat on at the start of the day. And her saying is, be bold, start cold. So, in other words, if you start off a little bit cold, you're not going to be cold for that long. So, basically,
Mm,
just handle it and go for it.
okay. You know how you can buy power outlets that's got USB ports on it here?
Yeah,
Like, can you buy those sort of things in Kathmandu? You know, with USB ports
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. You can buy.
you can buy.
yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, so if you need to go shopping to get anything, if you're not sure where to go, we can organise somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've put my list together of things that I decided I will get over there, and
Okay.
yeah, that includes getting gaiters and my hiking poles
Yeah.
and possibly a down jacket and a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Dinesh said to me, like, I was looking at sleeping bags that had the capacity of warming up to minus 20 degrees Celsius, but they're like $1,000 here. He
Mm.
said they're about $80 to $200 over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, um,
And the other option too is mine is a -10, but I also have a silk liner as
yeah,
well. So having a liner also helps with the temp, like in terms of if it's colder than -10, but you've got a liner, then it does keep you warmer.
warmer. Oh, okay.
Mm. Anyway, if that's about it, we'll call it a day. And I hope that for anybody watching the replay that this has been helpful. As I said, I will, when I post the video, the address for Dinesh's office in Thamel will be with the information. So if you want to just pop in and see him, you are very welcome to.
Yeah.
Or if you would like to connect with either of us and have your very own one-on-one session where you can ask all of your own questions, please feel free to reach out to either of us and we can
Yeah,
organize that for you.
so I just have another question. Hopefully it'll
Absolutely.
be quick.
Okay. No, that's
For
okay.
Dinesh, like how do you decide on the porters, for each person or group or whatever? Like in my case, how would you decide on a porter?
The porter based in Lukla, they will be waiting you. So they are the porter who are working with us. So we have been working with us and we've been walking with us for a long time. And one of the honest and we can help you to carry your bag with safety will go with you. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
And again, they're very go with the flow. Like, they are there to help us. So there's no need to sort of say to them, oh, I might be a bit slower or I might need to stop and take photos or whatever. They just, whatever happens.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. No worries. Everything will be organized. Don't worry. We have very honest, loyal team who can hear you and who can help you and when you need it, So
Yeah.
just be prepared yourself mentally and physically. Do your normal exercise smoothly. That I wish from now. So when you being fit, then
Mm.
everything will be fine. Don't worry.
Um,
All whatever we need to organize from my side, it's all on the line. No worries.
yeah, I'm on the treadmill every day. I walk on a gradient, like
Yeah.
of about 7. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's very nice.
to help strengthen those legs
Yeah.
going up. So yeah.
I did a beach walk this morning and I'd like to say it was all on soft sand, but it wasn't. Some of it was, but then I went down onto the hard sand. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. And we will be back at the same time next week.
Yes. See you next
Okay.
week.
Namaste.
Yeah. Thank
Namaste.
you. Namaste.
Take care. Bye bye.